love your freedom, even put it up even higher. This fist right here represents your freedom right here. If you hold your freedom down right here, people gonna step on your shit. You gotta hold your shit up high like a beacon so that people see you. Out of sight, out of mind. If they don't know you exist, they just gonna walk all over your shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta hold your shit up high. Let these people know that you exist. Because there are those that's trying to take your freedom around the world right now. Actually, in the United States, you got number 45 trying to take your freedom right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna give him no power, so we ain't gonna say no fucking names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So put your fist up in the air so these motherfuckers know who the fuck you are.
Here we see the representation of a single photon of light. Scientists understand many of the properties of light, but light still holds some mysteries that perplex us. Thomas Young first demonstrated the wave nature of light in 1803 with his famed double-slit experiment, and ever since then, the world's top minds have debated what the results of this experiment actually mean. Although Young's double-slit experiment is repeated many times every day, we are always left with the same perplexing question that goes to the core of quantum mechanics and even our very understanding of matter. Is light a particle or a wave? Experiments have revealed that light has the properties of both a particle and a wave, but how can it be both a particle and a wave? Then we find this to be the case for all electromagnetic radiation and all matter. This leaves the world's brightest minds still searching for answers to this basic question: is matter a particle or a wave? In this video series, you will be shown the solution to our dilemma. In fact, you are looking at that solution right now. The fields shown around the green photon are electromagnetic fields of opposite polarity, with the red field being of north magnetic orientation and the blue field being of south magnetic orientation. It will be proven that this is actually the way that magnetic fields are structured around all matter. This applies from the smallest particles we have discovered to the largest structures in space. If you were to measure these fields with a compass, their magnetic fields would appear identical to the magnetic fields of a bar magnet. This also means that when we measured the magnetic fields of matter with other methods in the lab, we also assumed that matter had a bar magnet type of magnetic field. But this assumption was a mistake. So until now, we have incorrectly assumed that electrons and other matter have a magnetic field shape as shown in this drawing. But we must realize that the fields around an electron, as well as around all other matter, are actually two opposing bowl-shaped electromagnetic fields. Unless we properly understand this basic magnetic field structure, we will never be able to properly understand the fundamental forces of matter from the subatomic to the galactic. In this presentation, you will be shown that correcting this one basic misunderstanding of magnetic fields also explains most all of our problems in physics and astrophysics. I believe that this magnetic field structure is an intrinsic property of all matter. Therefore, you cannot have a particle of matter unless these magnetic fields are there to form it and confine it. To further understand these magnetic fields and validate this new theory, hundreds of experiments were conducted utilizing a vacuum chamber and specially constructed bowl-shaped magnetic field emitters. When 70,000 volts of electricity is applied, the plasma formations that you are now seeing appear. A variety of purging gases were used in these experiments. This includes ordinary air, argon, hydrogen, and helium. The spacing and orientation of the magnetic field emitters were varied in many ways as well. The magnetic field emitters were suspended on non-conductive, high-strength microfilament line attached to magnetic supports on the inner surface of the vacuum chamber. Then, to hold these supports in place, high-strength magnets were utilized on the outer surface of the vacuum chamber. This arrangement allows for the adjustment of the magnetic field emitters while the experiment is running. By adjusting the exposure settings on the camera, an X-shaped pattern is revealed between the magnetic field emitters that is amazingly similar to the shape of the Red Square Nebula. You can even see the bowl shape of the magnetic fields in the Red Square Nebula. Notice how increasing the spacing between the magnetic field emitters transforms the shape of the nucleus until finally a disk of plasma forms around the nucleus. Also notice the rapid spin of the plasma around the magnetic field emitters, even though the field emitters are stationary.
And destruction hath no covering. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under him. He holdeth.
And it goes a little something like this.
Hey, eyes on this out. 1, 2. Yeah. J. It's the J-U-R-A, capital S, another S-I-C. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck, cause we'll pop the trunk, plus the tape on your cassette, cause it's the J-U-R-A, capital S, another S-I-C. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck, cause we'll pop the trunk, plus the tape on your cassette.
I'm from the crew called Jurassic, stretched like elastic, live and on plastic. Step and get that kick from here to there. MCs beware, I represent that real ghetto urban warfare. Oh yeah, what you say when you see me in your town, bucking off some rounds of that underground sound. You need to open your eyes, realize and recognize. Throw your hands in the air, lick a shot for J5. I'm all the way live. I socialize with the wise, underprivileged, spiritually deprived. Good times in the flesh, airwaves getting checked. The vibe is energized by the way I spit my dialect.
I be the brain cell buster, old school style kicking hustler. That'll rush ya like a wrestler. Elliot Nesha, bow to my pressure. Step to J5, you getting played like Fester. I be the ever handy, hard like rock candy. Down with Morgan Andy, won't date Sandy. Brown eyes, yeah, I love the physical trait. Intoxicated by the rhyme as I start to sedate your mainframe. I'm speaking on running this thing. 5 J's in the house and your style's to blame.
Cause it's the J-U-R-A, capital S, another S-I-C. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck, cause we'll pop the trunk, plus the tape on your cassette. Cause it's the J-U-R-A, capital S, another S-I-C. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck.
A prehistoric b-boy making beats in my
They
cave.
call me tuna, as in efficiency, self-efficiency. That's my mission, see? Got me wishing we all would up the split first, shoot the gift first, and tuna fish becomes a gift horse. Let me in the mouth. Tell me what you see. No matter who I am you as you see me. You is still Nati, C-O-M squared and I was put here to see if you came prepared and I'm red and my head is split from every crazy, lazy kid we thought was chill. They was swayzy soon as they got a taste of what the you and I was like. They eyes was like blam, full of surprise
and it's
and
the
fright.
vocal enhancement, vintage rain and rocks. 100 mind swing thick of beat chains of black gold. Plus block the 7 holes that froze. A nigga soul and bust blood through his clothes for acting like his was mega heavyweight, but he couldn't escape the way we wet him down like it was Watergate. Infiltrate, brave, crack, skull, and stone. Rip through the carcass, spit blood and bone for all those who feel they cruise forever tight knitted when rap submitted. Islamically transmitted, it's the brother of color. Yes, the color's darkly tinted, no acts or gimmicks. And where the bullets imprinted is wet. It hibernates until it's stretched to yellow tape from Mr. Doc Kid's caliber career. Yeah, with so many rhymes, I can't a crew make me rock 33 times like John Wayne Gates.
You need to put your hands together. The J5 is in the house, because we're guaranteed to keep it live. When we kick the party vibe, we came to catch wreck. We got the fossilized flavor for you fools who slept, and plus we got you sucker crews in check. Now come correct, new more, hit 'em with the perfect blend, cause it
don't stop rockin' till I say when.
J-U-R-A, capital S, another SIC. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck, cause we'll pop the trunk, plus the tape with your cassette, cause it's the J-U-R-A, capital S, another SIC. 5 MCs in the flesh, bound to catch wreck, hit the deck, cause we'll pop the trunk, plus the tape with your cassette.
If you love your freedom, even put it up even higher. This fist right here represents your freedom right here. If you hold your freedom down right here, people gonna step on your shit. You gotta hold your shit up high like a beacon so that people see you. Out of sight, out of mind. If they don't know you exist, they just gonna walk all over your shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta hold your shit up high. Let these people know that you exist. Because there are those that's trying to take your freedom around the world right now. Actually, in the United States, you got number 45 trying to take your freedom right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna give him no power, so we ain't gonna say no fucking names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So put your fist up in the air so these motherfuckers know who the fuck you are.